Thank you, everybody. Welcome to our annual open house here at the Orland Fire Protection District Training Center. This training center was built in 1987 with a grant from the Andrew Corporation. Andrew Corporation used to be a major manufacturer out here in Orland, and they recently, well, several years ago, moved out. But from 1987 to today, our firefighters here have trained here. Today you're going to see all our specialty teams. We have our hazmat team, we have our dive team, and we have the most important team, which is the technical rescue team. We want you guys to enjoy the day. Please stop and ask questions to our firefighters. We're proud of what we do. We're an ISO Class 1, we're internationally accredited, and we have one of the highest save rates for cardiac arrest in the entire region. Our fire district has on the street every day at least 12 ALS units, 5 ambulances, 30 paramedics. Second to nobody. So please enjoy yourself, ask questions, and have a good time. Thank you.
Right? We got about 28 firefighter paramedics on duty every day, 24 hours a day. We spend 7 in the morning to 7 in the morning, so we sleep there, and we have 3 shifts. At least 28, and we could have more from there if we don't have anybody off or sick or on vacation. So we have at least 5 ambulances, sometimes 6 ambulances up, and we have fire trucks at each house. And we'll go through some of these scenarios, and we'll talk about who shows up and why so many people show up, or why they drive that big fire truck, or why there are so many people, right? At Orland Fire, we have some specialty teams too, right? So if we get ambulance call or fire call, we can do that. If we did high angle rescue, we can do that. If we'll show you the dive team, we could go underwater and do dives and stuff. So each specialty team we're gonna go through today, and we'll check it out, and we'll get some questions, and we'll show you. close. There we go. Just think of it, even he's above grade right now. We can do this below grade too also. We got a lot of sewers and tunnels and all down, and we can go rappel down and then and pull someone up. Oh, and Lieutenant Don Anderson's up there. See him? Where's his grandma? Mean Jean. Where is she? There she is. So we're simulating a two-car accident right now, and then somebody has to get out of that blue little car, right? And they can't get out; they're stuck. So we might have to cut the door all the way off, and we'll see how it goes. And we get the window, we can get the roof off too. So they're all working together as a team, right? And this is where we practice too. Does anybody play sports? What do you play? Soccer. Black helmets, they're the students and they do most of the work, right? And the teacher is in charge and he tells them what to do and where they want to cut. So they work as a team to get it off, and everybody has a job. Oh, break the window. So it kind of would be scary to be in a car accident, right? But just know that those firefighters are trying to help, right? They want to get you guys out safe. So then we up it, right? So right away, we get this, so many people on scene. If you could switch, hey, switch sides so they can see. So right away, we start CPR. Everyone has a job. Everyone has a job, and this is what we practice, and like we work as a team. So somebody right away goes to CPR. Just a little tidbit, if you witness the cardiac event and someone in your family or at a store or something like that, you start CPR, their possibility of success, of survival, increases tremendously if you do CPR for them before we get there, right? Our time frame is less than 4 minutes from the time somebody calls 911 to the time we get there. We have to be there 4 minutes. A lot of times, because we are staffed very well, and we have ambulances on ready, we arrive way before the 4 minute mark, but that would be our maximum, was 4 minutes. So within that 4 minutes, if you were a bystander and you did CPR for someone, that their success rate tremendously increases, and you could possibly save a life. So learning CPR is really important. We teach CPR here once a month. If you want to sign up, you call Station 1, our station, or contact someone here and we'll get you a phone number, and you can learn CPR. We'll stay at your house 20 minutes. We can do everything right here the hospital can do. We're doing. So 20 minutes will work. We'll try to get that heart back pumping. If it gets successful, we start that heart again. Then we'll move and we'll go to the hospital. If it doesn't get going again, we'll work until it does, and then we'll move. So it takes a minimum of 20 minutes for that, or we'll work at least till 20 minutes. So now that machine is doing CPR for us. Our cardiac monitor, where Lieutenant Gerdick has his hand on, that's telling us the rate. It's telling us any blood pressure, any oxygen in the blood. It's giving us all the information on CPR and how we're doing ventilating. It's reading how much carbon dioxide is in that patient. All of those things that we need to know so we can figure out why this patient is not breathing or doesn't have a heart rate. We'll go through all the scenarios. A water rescue team, so we can do water rescues from anything from just a missing person that we might think that goes in the water. We have multiple boats, and we can scan that. We have sonar. We can sonar the whole pond, or lake, or river, or we could we have about 40 or less. I think we have 15 to 20 members of the water rescue team. We have about 5 divers right now. I'm a diver, diver Don, and diver Marty, and diver Ricky. We're qualified to go underwater with all the divers, right? We're trying to dive too. Going away? To somebody call 911 and the time it takes for somebody to call 911 and the time to get to the call.
4 minutes.
4 minutes. We had a listener.
Yeah.
So 4 minutes is our goal, right? 99% of the time we're faster than that because we do have a tremendous amount of rigs and we're placed perfectly within the town, so we can get to any portion of the town quickly. But I just want to see what 4 minutes, where 4 minutes gets us, and we'll talk about it as we go. And then we'll talk, and then we'll light the one on fire with the sprinkler, and we'll see where 4 minutes is at. Okay? Yeah. We'll move. So, yeah, we'll definitely have to back up because we're gonna light on fire. It's a real fire. This is a real fire. It's gonna get hot, and it's smoky. Hopefully, the smoke. What's the wind blowing out that way? See that our firefighters are totally encapsulated in their gear so they don't get burned. They have a mask on so they don't get any smoke in their eyes and they can breathe the air on their back so they can get close. But you guys don't have all that, so we have to get back a little bit and we want to be safe, okay? They're gonna light it. Again, we're not using gasoline, we're not using any accelerants whatsoever. We're just lighting a bed on fire and there's a chair in there and let me get my timer out. Yeah. I got my stopwatch. And then firefighter Chris is going to light it, and he's going to light the bed on fire. Right? So what do we do if there's a fire in our house? What's our saying? Get out, stay out, right? Does everybody know that?
Yeah.
Hear that sound? What is that? The smoke detector, right? So if we hear the smoke detector, even if we don't see fire or smoke, what do we do?
Get out.
And
Stay out.
do we go back for our Xboxes?
No.
Oh, no.
Stop using my stuff.
Do we run out or do we crawl if there's smoke?
Crawl.
Crawl below the smoke, right? The smoke goes up. That's why the smoke detector is up on the ceiling. We want smoke detectors in the hallway, on each floor, and even in your bedroom. We'll put one in your bedroom so, I don't know, sometimes we sleep and we don't hear the beeping, and then we're like, oh my goodness. We can't hear. And we want to be able to hear it, right? So we can wake up out of bed and hear that smoke detector going off. Even if we don't see fire, we'll come, we'll check it out, we'll make sure there's no fire, and maybe your smoke detector is bad and we just have to fix it, right? We can fix it, we can get new ones, we can get batteries in there.
That is the smallest fire.
Right? There's a small fire, it's gonna get bigger. All that smoke's getting bigger, right? Now we're in the growth stage. Now we're getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. It started out just a little bit, right? So now that smoke is coming out, see all the black smoke? You can't breathe that, right? And your eyes get burned. So now where do you want to be? Low, right? And then where do you want to go once you get out of your house? Finn Hogan.
You want to stay in front of your mail or your wallet?
By the mailbox or outside in your meeting spot where you already practiced, right? You practice this and you practice this where to go, and then when the fire truck pulls up in front of your house, you're right there. You say, "I'm safe. I'm out. The fire is bop, 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 bop," and we'll go put it out, right? So look, we're only a minute in. We're about a minute in, right? So now we're calling 911. 911. We practice over there. We're like, "Hello, what's your emergency? What do you need? Fire, police, ambulance?" We're like, "Oh my goodness, the smoke detectors went off, and we need the fire department at." If you know your address, and then what else we got to know?
Your street.
Street name, address, and what if your phone connects?
Phone number.
Phone number. I want to be able to call you back if something happens, right? And then I want to be like, "Are you getting out, staying out?" A minute 30. We're at a minute 30, right? Do you think that anyone can survive in there right now? No. No, it's fully involved. This is a fully involved stage. And now the smoke is for unburned particles, and the smoke catches on fire, and now it's fully involved, right? It's all going. There's a chair in there. I'm at 2 minutes. 2 minutes. So that is why it's so important for you guys to have working smoke detectors to alarm you to get out of the house and get out in front. Because that was 2 minutes long, and we would be on the road driving to your house, right? And we don't want anyone hurt. We want you to get out. We can replace everything else. We can't replace you. You're too important. Okay? And stinky, right? Yeah. All right. So then it went fully involved, and now they put water on it, and the fire turns to what? What's the white smoke?
Steam.
Steam. Yes, man. Could you practice that at home?
Yes. Yes.
Who's in charge at home?
Mom and Dad.
Yeah, mom and dad. So you want to get them to like, "Hey, where do I go? How do I get out?" Maybe practice walking or crawling through your house with your eyes closed. So if it's dark and scary, you can get out.
Just turn the sprinklers on.
Right? All right, we're gonna light the sprinkler on fire. The sprinkler. Can we have sprinklers at our house?
No. Yeah.
Yes. We can have residential sprinklers. It's hard to put them in after the house is already built, but if we build a house, we could spend a little extra money, and we can be safe, and we can put sprinklers in our house. We would always recommend we look into that and explore that, because you want to build a really nice house at Orland Park, and we want to protect it. Okay, now it's lit. You hear the smoke detector?
Yeah.
Look, I'm hitting this timer right now. You have sprinklers at any commercial building. There's the law. Boom. 11 seconds. 11 seconds to pop that sprinkler head, and it's putting that water on that fire, right? And it's keeping that fire very small and contained to a little small fire that we could easily find, put out. It didn't get all smoky. It didn't ruin all the clothes and everything else that you have upstairs or in the basement or all here, right? It took care of that. That's why we have them at all the commercial buildings, at your school. Right, you see them at your school?
Yeah.
If one goes off, do they all go off? Or just one? Just one, right? So there was people that maybe thought that, oh, if one sprinkler goes off, they all go off and it ruins my house and it'll be no good. It's not what happens. One goes off, and then if another one has to get hot, then that one goes off, but that's it. They don't go off everywhere. So now you know, right? 11 seconds, and the fire's pretty much out. No smoke. It wasn't a really good show. The first one is. It's kind of